Ladies and gentlemen, I am Yusrael and welcome to Hearthstone. This is the Mega-Minion deck part 3. I played a few more games over the course of the last couple of days, and after one particularly horrid experience against a druid, which involved a turn 4 Ancient of War, courtesy of a couple of innovates, and then another Ancient of War, and then an Azera, after which I just pretty much gave up. I've realised something about this deck. I don't have anything really in the way of a hard counter, like, say, polymorph or deadly shot. Actually, even deadly shot would improve because that's fairly random. So I'm going to tweak the deck a little. We're going to dump the Snapjaws and replace them with light spawns. These are 5 health, 4 cost. However, they effectively have Inner Fire permanently going for them. So we will grab that quickly. The other thing I'm going to do is get rid of Gelbin, because while he's not too shabby in and of himself, 666, yeah, there's an irony for you, he is not that good when it comes to his battle cry, because generally it either backfires horribly in the case of the Poultryizer, or if it's the homing chicken, it just doesn't get a chance to do anything because it's immediately nuked by the opponent on the next turn. So I'm sorry, Gelbin, you are also gone. Replacing him is going to be another legendary that I've got, if I can find it. He's in here somewhere, I'm fairly sure. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Tinkmaster Overspark. Here we are. 3/2/2, transform him into a 5/5 Delsaur. Bear in mind that that can be an enemy minion. So if someone pulls out something like a horrid 5/10 Taunt, guess what I ran into last night repeatedly, like I said, then I have at least now got something that I can theoretically use to get rid of, and it's cheap. Okay, I may have a 5/5 Devil Sword to deal with, but that's a problem for later. Let's see, what else can we do? We'll keep the Light Wells, keep the Shadow Word Pain, because that's kind of handy, although I'm very tempted to dump it, or at least dump one of them and get a Shadow Word Death instead. Holy Fire has proven a bit situational, and of course the Gobashi Berserker as well. Temple Enforcers. Yes, I'm going to hang on to those because mix them up with the Light Spawn and they could get quite nasty in the late game. So, there we go. Holy Smite, Inner Fire, Power Shield, Light Warden, 2 Clerics, Divine Spirit, 2 Shadow of Pains for any tank removal, and generally fun times. So, done. Let's see how badly I get my... Yeah, I can't really say that on YouTube, can I? Play. Mega-Minion, go. Play rank. Let's see how horribly, horribly wrong this can go. Alright. Spin the dial. Here we go. Alright, worthy opponent. The Wombat Warlock. Well, could have been worse, could have been Hogger. Alright, a Paladin. So, going second, Power Word Shield. We'll swap out the Enforcer and then roll with that. We'll pop the Light Warden out on turn 1 and then just, well, we'll see. Depends what he decides to break out himself. Might very well want to pull out Holy Smite as well if he pops something that can whack the Light Warden in turn 1. Like that. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it because, of course, he has stealth. So, what I could do is coin up, pull out Power Word Shield, which would at least allow me to yoink the deck up quickly. And in fact, we're going to do exactly that. And does allow me to accelerate the deck a little. Raid Leader, okay. Let's see what he does. Still missing several of my key cards at this point. This is one of the problems with synergistic decks. Because, of course, you're dependent on several cards all turning up at the same time, and if one little thing goes wrong, you have got a problem. Come on, mate, you want to smack me in the face? Okay, right. Blast, he had an attack of common sense. So, simply smack his minion, like so, and then heal her up to abuse the proc from her. That gets me up to a 3-4 on turn 2. Well, technically turn 3. I'm not thinking properly. What are you going to go for, mate? Can you do 2 direct damage? Well, I can simply beat that down and make it even nastier. We'll pull out the Shattered Sun Cleric, buff it, take it up to a 4-5, smack her in the face, and then remember that actually I can't... Oh, well, at least he's going to have to trade it because I've run out of mana. Blast! That was very, very stupid. At least it took his golem out of commission quickly and he's going to have to sacrifice his stealth. So, how are you going to do this?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Okay, so that gives him a 3-2. Doesn't help him. There's the trade on the Worgen. There's the trade on the problems. Okay, right. So, what to pull out? Lightwell and Shadowward Pain. Just get rid of that cleric, I think. It'll leave him wondering what I've got lined up here. And goodbye. Want to hang on to the Holy Smite. I could have used that instead, but didn't really have anything else to do with the mana. And 2 damage to anything is kind of handy when he starts playing taunts. Now, where is my inner fire? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, little inner fire. I need you.
Let me...
Now I really need you. Ugh. Right, okay, we will get the Mogashan Warden out. And I'm very tempted to bust out the Holy Smite onto that Yeti and just smack it down a little, but in some respects there's no point. So we will keep things as they are. The Lightwell is still secure. I'll be able to heal most of the damage from that Yeti from the Lightwell, and a little bit of lesser healing will take care of the rest. I can bring out the Templar Force the next turn if I have Divine Spirit and Inner Fire, and, well, preferably Inner Fire. Then I can start doing horrible things with the Mogashan. I may simply go for the Blitz and settle for a 7-7 to handle that, but we shall see. Okay, so he's going for the kill. There goes Hammer of Wrath. In comes the Yeti. And at least he's wasted that. Well, as he's going to break out Swamp Ooze. Right, so I need an option at this point. Lightspawn turns up far too late in the day to be useful. So, I think we will bust out the Holy Smite to get rid of that. And then we will pull out the Senjin Shieldmaster as insurance. Again, he's going to struggle to get rid of it. Lightspawn, Lightspawn and Raid Leader next turn, assuming he doesn't throw anything outrageous at me. Of course, if I do get in a fire at this point, it's going to be very tempting to just pull the Lightwell up to 5-5. But we're neither of us exactly playing aggressively at this stage. Turn 7 and nobody's exactly pulled out the big guns and gone for their opponent's character. What's he got up his sleeve, I wonder? Come on, you're not going to let 7 mana go to waste. And you know as well as I do, I'm just going to heal that tank straight back up. In comes the Silver Hand. That could just mean he's desperate for options. Is he hand-starved? He can't be. He's got 5 cards in his hand. He's got to have some sort of option available. What's he got? Consecration, I'll bet. Yeah! Right, well, Lightwell will just stop the worst of that. Like so. Where's my... Oh, God, there's another sodding Raid Leader. Right, okay. Let's break out one of the Raid Leaders. like so. So at least he's going to be going for a creature trade. And we will pull out the light spawn on top. I could go for a 1-1 here and just force him to trade off the Yeti, but then he would smack the light spawn. I don't have my second one yet, so instead we will bypass and go for his face. Now the question is he just going to try to beat down the light spawn before it gets anywhere, or is he going to accept the raid leader's a threat? Because the worst thing he can do right now is split his damage. No, I've got 2 5-health creatures he can potentially get rid of both. Okay, that complicates things. Right, so I'm going to lose my raid leader to Uther down there.
Your magic shall not save me.
You get! Alright, that just makes things even messier. So now he can... There we go, there goes my raid leader. He heals up the damage I did last turn. There goes the swap. I'm slightly down to 0-0, and oh wait, he's just going for the beatdown center. I'd have gone for deck clearance at that point, to be honest, but who cares? So Lightwell heals up. Now I could break out my Tinkmaster Overspark, but at this point, this guy is completely sodding useless. So let's break out the raid leader. So that gives me a few options. We'll run the Lightwell into the Yeti, get rid of that. Run the Lightspawn into his Silverhand Recruit, get rid of that. Then, do I want to pull out Tinkmaster just yet? No, he has almost certainly got something worse waiting in the wings. Now, what could he do? Well, if he goes to my second raid leader, that'll knock out their attack options again until I get Inner Fire. Let's heal the Lightspawn for the moment. Now, he can kill the raid leader, or he can just go for the bypass. He doesn't really have to take out either of these, so he can't take out the Lightspawn anyway. So yeah, there goes the raid leader, and boom, I'm about to lose the Lightwell as well. So, what's he about to pull out here? Great. Just... oh my word, what's he... okay, he's going for a Mega-Minion as well. Oh, wow. Okay, you have got to go. Here comes the beatdown. Told you I was hanging on to Tinkmaster for a reason. Here comes the evil one. There we go. Where's my Inner Fire gone? Gorobashi Berserker. Right, well, you are going. Perfect! Got that. Now then. 6 points. I can bring out the Temple Enforcer. And at this point... my option is probably going to have to be to reinforce Overspark. Okay, there we go. Making this up as I go along, but at least the squirrel went the right way. Really running out of options here. Where is my Inner Fire? Blast this. Of course, he pulls out another minion. What's his other card? Oh, terrific. Right. This is by having a second polymorph. Helps. Well, he's got to trade his Dark Iron off, and he loses his Warden as well. Fine, that works for me. Okay. I really need extra options at this stage. Lightwell heals me up, that's welcome. What have I got? A Northshire Cleric. Well, I can begin rapidly ramping my deck up. Heal the Lightwell again, see what I draw. Shattered Sun Cleric. Okay. I can play the one or the other, but not both. And that blasted Warlord is going to kill me if I don't take care of it very quickly. So, Battlecry, give a friendly minion 1/1. Right. Okay.
You must cleanse the Sunwell.
Going to boost the Lightwell. There we go. 1/6. Smack it into there. Take out that, likewise, and we're good. Unfortunately, he will just go for the beat. If he's got a way of doing 5 direct damage, I am dead. If not, I am going to have to find a way of neutralising that blasted Frost Wolf very, very quickly before I get my head kicked in. At least he didn't boost the Frost Wolf. Now, what's he going? Oh, great. Mutual exchange there. And what else are you going to pull out of your sleeve? Yeah, here comes the smack. Yeah. Right, so at least I get a double draw from... There we go. Draw a card. Holy Smite, deal 2 damage. Right, so... break this out, because I need another card to work with. Lightwell. Well, that's completely sodding useless, isn't it? Okay, so... I can't do 9 damage in a turn, can I? Fiddlesticks. Well, that was going to happen. So, going to have to come up with something better because I'm now back down to rank 20. Oh well. Right, let's give this another shot. Well, at least Overspark worked as advertised. I had a real problem though. I didn't have any of my key cards show up in that hand. They were buried at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes the random number god just bends you over and does horrible, horrible things from behind. Like a rogue, only with less knives. And it doesn't result in sweet, sweet death nearly as quickly. Let's see what comes up. Coffee addict.
Anduin versus Garrosh.
Alright, another warrior. Well, we know what happened last time.
The light shall bring victory.
So, what am I about to get? Raid Leader, Mogashan, and a Holy Smite. We'll lose the Shield Master, we'll lose the Raid Leader. Please, 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 please let this work as advertised. Divine Spirit and Lightspawn. Okay, that gives me a possible opening into turn 4. Pull out the Lightspawn, boost it up. Yes, and indeed it does. So we will hold off going into this turn. Lightwell out turn 2, Lightspawn out turn 3 with the coin, Divine Spirit, and Smackdown. May be able to turn it into a 2020. He's armoured up again, so we'll pull the Lightwell out. Get that into play as a support character for the Lightspawn next turn. Of course, the problem with having permanent inner fire on a Lightspawn is that you have it permanently affecting its health. So if its health goes down, you have another problem. Game 5 armor. He is going seriously defensive. He must be hand blocked. Okay, so coin and Lightspawn.
Job's done.
Okay. Right, so Divine Spirit next turn, unless he comes up with something nasty. I'll also... turn 4. Well, we'll see what comes out. A Mogashan Warden. A golden Mogashan Warden, in fact. Right, okay, let the beatdown commence. So, Divine Spirit. W you up. And then in the face. And then heal it up.
Job's done.
Good luck, mate. Right, so turn 5. Holy Smite and a Mogashan Warden, unless I get in a fire, in which case we can have some fun with the Lightwell as well. That'll be turning into a 5/5. I'm a little worried that none of his cards have come into play except for that one taunt. What is he sitting on? What are you about to pull out? Brawl. Oh, you must be kidding me! Come on, come on, come on, give me the... Whew! Oh my god! Right, be still my beating heart. Okay, so that was his first brawl. So we'll pull out the taunt as insurance and then smack him in the face. Hang on to the Holy Smite for the moment. Okay. Options, options, options. At least I made him waste a brawl. But he has still got another one in that hand, most likely. Now, what am I going to get? If I get another Divine Spirit... Come on, mate. Make your mind up.
I
My
got
gosh.
the best deals anywhere.
What am I about to get? Give a temple with... This would just be mean. This would be cruel and horrid. So naturally I'm going to do it.
Job's done.
So, short and sweet. Unless he's got another brawl in that deck, I think I've got him.
Your magic shall not save you.
That does not help matters. Okay, what have I got? Holy Smite, Holy Fire, and... Well, that doesn't help him either. Oh, that's a spell, is it? Right. Smack. Right, what else are you going to pull out? Execute. Come on, you must be sitting on something like Execute in that deck. You know you need to get rid of... You know you can't leave a 6 attack card in my hand. Okay, so that's one. Right, well, let's just administer the beating. So, Holy Fire. Holy Smite. Punch to the face. Short, sweet, and hard to beat. Right, now I need to get my rank 19 back, so let's go for a third one. This deck does seem to do quite nicely. Thank you. This deck does seem to do quite nicely against warriors, whether that's just because I've been lucky. Oh, excellent. Priest and Warlock victory. Let's go for it. Cheap gold. I love it. Could do another arena run at some stage, but that can wait for a bit. Spinny, 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 spinny. There we go. Right. Let's see who we get.
And
A rogue.
curses.
Oh dear.
You're back.
The light shall bring
Okay.
victory.
Divine Spirit, Mega-Minion Warden, and Cleric. Let's go with that. Don't have much experience against rogues though, so Cleric out on the first turn, and then just cycle the deck for a bit.
Someone injured?
Just to get things going. Can't really get this on until turn 5 with the Warden. He's coined. What's he going for? Okay, now are you going to go for Stabby? No, you're not. You're just going to hold this in reserve. Fine by me. We will simply
Right
punch
away.
you in the face. Well, I say punch. It's more like a gentle slap at one attack. So, 2-2. Do you have any other options? 1-2. Oh, right. There goes the Cleric. Crunch. Not a bad combination, actually. However, I have a Holy Smite at my disposal, which I am not going to use. We'll hold to turn 4, get the Warden out, and then ramp it up on turn 5. The question is, where are my inner fires? Because I really need those to get going. Give a minion plus 4 attack. Okay, that just got more interesting. Right. I am going to hold off putting out the Mega-Minion Warden. Actually, no, I'm not going to hold off. I'm going to pull out a Holy Smite. I'm going to blow that gnome off the face of the planet. because I really don't want that thing running around any longer than I absolutely have to. So, end the turn. Let's see. I'm taking dangerous risks surrendering the initiative here.
I hope you like my invention.
Another gnome. Right, well, I don't have another Holy Smite handy, so...
Yeah, beat it.
Right, okay. What do we have? A Mogashon Warden, I think. That's going to do the trick. So that's got the defensive barrier in place. So I can pull out the Gurabashi. Next turn or double up. Depends on how things go. Now the problem is, what's he got? Okay, let's see which way this goes. Of course it was a squirrel. Blasted bloody... Ah! Right, okay, and here comes the smack. Right, so... just had my own defense used against me. Right, 6 points. We will get out the Senjin Shield Master. Is that wise? I can take it up to 10 health. Of course, I now can't get rid of this blasted Defias Ringleader because he's got more than 3 attacks, so much for the quick elimination there. 7 health, 6-1, no, that won't do anything with Torbert. It would force him to go for the exchange and take it out, but does leave me short on options. So, we'll pull out the Shield Master. And then we will get rid of Overspark, because he now has to trade all 3 of those to get rid of my Troll, which does at least go for Board Cleanse unless he pulls out something obscure and nasty. Oh, am I kidding? It's a rogue, of course it's going to be obscure and nasty. So, destroy a weapon and deal its damage to all...
Ha, this guy's toast.
You! I am getting thoroughly outplayed here. Right. Okay. At this point, I would really, really, really like to have, you know, an AoE. A Frost Nova. A Consecrate. Nope. No, don't have those at all. So this is probably a horrid, horrid death coming my way. So we'll pull out the Gurabashi minion. We'll... Actually, we will... not bother at all, because he'll simply go for the kill. Concede. I'm dead. I have no way of stopping that next turn. Damn it! Now, why did I lose to that? Because rogues are very nasty when it comes to combos. Very, very nasty, in fact. Have we got time for a 4th? Yes, I think we have. That was such an horridly rapid smashing it down and beating 7 turns. Dear God. Right, play ranked. Let's see what happens this time. 2-1 against so far. Am I just horribly flawed with my concept here? Haven't had any inner fires. Mage, oh God. Sheep. Incoming sheep.
The light shall bring victory.
Okay, so that is an absolutely horrid starting setup. Let's just mulligan the lot. Okay, what are my options now? Lightwell, Spirit, Lightspawn. Okay, so that gives me a turn 4 option with Coin, Lightspawn, and Divine Spirit. Of course, there is going to be a sheep flying around at that point, so I'll only get 1 shot from it. Assuming I even get 1 shot. Well, I will, because sheeps cost 4, but unless there's a Sorcerer's Apprentice running about. Anyhow. See what we get on turn 1. Lightwell turn 2, Lightspawn turn 3, Divine Spirit turn 4, and commence with the beating. Maybe. We shall see. There we go. Okay, Senjin Shield Master. I don't want to do anything this turn either. So, sticking with the plan. Lightwell next turn. Of course, if I get an inner fire, then I can immediately ramp the light well up to 10-10 and just forget the light spawn, just get things going a turn earlier. That has the advantage that I will get an extra turn before there are sheep in play, because that's a 4 mana cost. Of course, he may have a Sorcerer's Apprentice in his hand, but we will have to see. Okay, he's just going for the smack. Well, that's hardly a problem. So, what have we got? A Light Warden. Well, we'll pass with that for the moment. Pull out the light well, as per the plan, and then see how he reacts to that. As I said, Inner Fire next turn, we'll go for Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, ramp the light well up to 10-10. If not, we'll coin and get the light spawn out, and then Divine Spirit on turn 4 to get that up to 10-10. Of course, forget the second Divine Spirit. It'll be very tempting to ramp it up to a 20-20, but that would be overkill. Funny, but overkill. Okay, so he's going for the damage, and what's your other card? 3 damage randomly split, where you're not going to kill either of them. And the light well is simply going to cap the worst of that. There we go. Right, so... Okay, so sticking with the plan. Coin and light spawn. We are out, and end of turn. Now, he can potentially sheep. He may be very tempted to sheep my light spawn, but he may go for the light well instead, which would actually be... well, that's awkward. That's even more awkward. Okay. Lightwell heals itself up. That's not too shabby. Okay, Inner Fire is now in play. So... Okay, we will pull out the Light Warden.
In the light's name.
We'll pull out Divine Spirit and bolster up the Lightwell. Then we'll pull out Inner Fire, put that into play. So that's now 10-10. We will go for the Blitz on his Mirror Image. Now that will probably panic him into pulling out his Sheep and going for the quick kill on the Lightwell. If he has half a brain, either that'll be a Frost Nova. Depends what he's got in his hand. That's how I'd counter this in an ideal world. Yeah, here comes the polymorph. No? Trying to just... Well, I wasn't expecting a table flip. So, what time is it? 00:31. You know what? What the hell, let's go for a flip. I can always do some editing later. So, final game. Absolutely positively the final game. Honest. Oh god, another paladin. Well, at least it's not the same one. Right, light spawn, lightwell, sentient shield master. What am I going to get? Well, let's mulligan the shield master and pull out a cleric. Excellent. So that gives me a turn 1 option. And for my first card, I will draw a light warden. Well, let's go with a traditional option at this stage, since I can simply tempt him. I'm not sure what he can bring out on turn 1, but can abuse it regardless. Depending on what he plays, it's either going to be the Lightwell or the Light Warden next turn. He's coining, so what's he going for? A River Crocolisk. Okay, well... Second Light Spawn. Options. I can run the Northshire Cleric into the Crocolisk. It's only got 2 attacks, so I can take the hit and then just heal it back up. Or I can pull out the Lightwell. Let's go for a bit of deck development, I think. Search the hand, see what I get. Holy Smite. Right. That gives me an option going into my next turn. Depends what he pulls up. 3 health, so Light Warden, and then the same trick again. Okay, looks like he's just going for a Blitz. Yep, end thereof. Okay, so deck abuse. We'll get the second cleric out.
Is someone injured?
Now, I could play the long game here and kill off his acidic swampoos and get the light one. Now, in fact, that's what I will do. You can go and you can come out. That was a mistake. That was a horrid mistake. We'll just smack him in the face anyway, because now he will just kill the Light Warden. Still, it does mean that I have got the clerics both intact and in reserve for next turn. One of them can administer the kill to the Crocolisk, and then we can just grab a quick heal there. Unless he pulls something else out. Right, here comes... Alright, so it's now up to a 3-3. Now he'll just go... Whoa! Wasted opportunity, my friend. No, actually, no, it isn't. Okay, because I now have to decide if he goes for the trade, then I can potentially lose both my clerics this next turn. Well, I got some mileage out of them. So let's pull out a raid leader to boost them both up, which will give him something to think about. I could just go for a swap here. Am I going to get any mileage out of these? Whatever. If he kills the raid leader, that's a 2-2. That's an exchange, and then he goes for the beatdown there. I've still got the card. 4 damage there.
Right away.
Yeah, let's run them into that.
Right
Going
away.
for the swap was tempting, but this way he has very few options. He has got to take that raid leader out first, unless he wants to go for a trade himself. I will simply pull out the light spawn next turn. Okay, so light spawn next turn. Okay, that's a little more complicated now. And he's just going for a beatdown. Right, okay. Or are you going to go for a trade and kill my regular? No, you're just going for a quick smack. Okay, options. Okay, I can get my own taunt into play here. And that does actually look like the safest option. 2, 4, 6. So I have to trade all 3 to make that happen. So
I must consider.
Yes, Senjin there. Thing is, I have got 4 attack. He's only got the 1 to play with. We'll have to see where this goes. Neither of us really wants... I don't really want to throw my minions into the attack just yet, because I'd be trading them off no appreciable gain. Particularly not the raid leader, and I'd quite like to keep both clerics in play for a bit. Of course, I could heal his minion and just go for the abuse of the cards that way, but we shall see. In fact, I'm very tempted to do just that next turn. Okay, that messes things up a bit, so that's 1 dead. And here comes the other one. 2 dead, so much for the abuse. And he goes for the throat. Right, options. Give me something to work with here, guys. Okay. We'll pull out a light spawn. And we'll pull out the light well. Now, if I run... I will have to sacrifice both my clerics to make that happen. On the other hand, he is just going to start smacking me down next turn. Temper. I can take 2 more turns of that. On the other hand, he has got... He can't leave that light spawn running about. And even the light well could go for it. Now the question is, do I go for the trade? Because if what happens if I trade one of my clerics off at this point? Suicide the cleric into that. That'll take it down to a 3-3. Which doesn't make an appreciable difference. Enter. I'm surrendering way too much initiative here. Half the key cards in my deck haven't shown up, and he's having similar thoughts at this point. I mean, in his position at this point, I'd just go straight for the throat. So that's 3. Now you can do another 10 with your... little happy tree friends. Okay. Now, yeah, here we are. Here comes the beat. Smack and smack down to 6. Well, the light well will probably bolster me up, and he's got Divine Shield. Really, really need Overspark at this point. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, so... that... Okay, we'll pull out the second light spawn. Like so. Then we will run the first light spawn into his taunt. Run the light spawn, light well rather, into his voodoo doctor. That takes care of that. Now, if I heal myself and play it safe, I'm going to benefit by 2 cards. On the other hand, I'll only have 1 mana left, and the odds of my having anything that will save me for more than a turn are slim to none. On the other hand, I only have 3 available attack options left, so if I take myself up to 11, and he's got something that can do 4 damage, I am in a world of trouble. On the other hand, I am firmly out of options at this stage. Let's just do it. End turn. So, next turn, his Frostwolf has got to go. I don't care what he intends to do elsewise.
Well met.
Right, here comes the pain. Oh! Balls. And here comes the beatdown. God damn it. Thoroughly outplayed there. Not sure what I could have done once he got that Frostwolf in place. I mean, even if I'd gone for the trait, I wouldn't have killed it fast enough, so... Again, let's say some days your deck just decides it's gonna hate you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Yosel. That has been episode 3 of the Mega-Minion deck, and I may need to rethink this whole blasted concept. I'll see you next time. Farewell.